Hey, I'm Patrick now, and this is week 13 of the road to publishing my first book. Damn, has it really been 13 weeks already? If you're new to this vlog series, by the way, you don't have to watch the previous weeks to watch this week. Each of these writing vlogs stand on their own, but together I'm hoping they tell the story of me publishing my first book. Kind of like how all the short stories of my work in progress stand on their own, but together they tell a bigger story. So this week, on top of working on Operation Arc, I'm also planning on working on some other short stories to potentially submit them for publications. Last week I talked about how I feel like I haven't really done anything this summer. I mean, I did write the first draft of Operation Arc, and I also grew my social media platforms, but I don't really have a project to show for it. So I thought it'd be a really cool idea to enter some short stories to publications and writing contests, and also try to write a text-based video game. And while I still do intend on making a text-based video game, I'm putting that on hold for a week so I can really focus on writing a short story for a potential publication. And the reason I'm not doing both of these things at once is I feel like it'd be a really bad idea to try to work on 3 projects at the same time. Because while I work on a short story and potentially submit it this week, I also intend on continuing to work on Operation Arc. And I just know if I try to work on 3 projects at once this week, I'm going to end up doing nothing. Typically, when I take on 2 or more projects at once, I try to force myself to do the one that's the most important first, which obviously Operation Arc is my most important project. It's my future debut novel, after all. But since I've never submitted a short story in my life and I'm so excited about it, I think I'm going to do that first. So when it comes to finding short story contests and finding short story publications, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. I've actually run a few short story contests in the past back when I had a website, and I actually plan on running another one once I hit 100,000 followers on Instagram. So if you have any theme ideas for potential future short story contests, I would love to hear them. Anyway, while I've run a few short story contests before, I've never actually participated in one. But then Snark Elf recommended I check out authorspublish.com, and thank you. That was a really helpful tip. If you know any other sites where I can find short story publications or contests, I would love to check them out. Authorspublish.com basically offers a monthly listing of submissions and contests to check out for short stories. And it also offers submissions for longer projects as well. I'll link Authors Publish in the description if you're curious. Anyway, I made a document with a list of submissions and contests that I'm interested in. Most of them have a September 30th due date, which is my birthday, by the way. One of them is open till November, and then one of them closes on September 15th. So I think it'd be a good idea to start with that one. This one is the Story Street Writers' first annual 100-word horror contest. This one really excites me because it gives me the chance to work on some microfiction. Also, the text-based video game, which I'll be hopefully working on next week, is also a horror project, so this will be great practice. But yeah, I think that's enough talk. I'm gonna get writing. Okay, so I think I'm officially done with my 100-word horror short story. It took me about an hour to write, which seems like a long time, but that includes all the polishing. And this is one of the main reasons I wanted to try to do this. This story feels polished. And with how rough my first draft looks, this is something I need to kind of build my confidence back up. It's also really cool to write a short story in only 100 words. My story is actually 99 words, so only 1 word under the minimum. And yeah, it's really cool to tell a story where each word is so essential. Funny enough, I think the part that took me the most time was actually the title. I think it's important when you write microfiction like this to have the title actually add to the story. Since it's only 100 words, I kind of want to read the story out loud now, but I don't really know the rules for this contest, so I think I'm going to wait on that and maybe do this for Halloween. Do like a Halloween special type thing. I'm already planning on doing a Halloween special, so I think this would be a fun thing to add to it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and submit this now. Normally I would wait a day or two, but since this is only accepting a certain amount of entries and I'm already done, I kind of want to just get it out there, that way it doesn't run out. Also, with a really short story like this, I feel like you almost don't want to tinker with it too much. Like, there's only 100 words, there's only so many things that you can change. And at this point, I've read this story like 100 times, and I really like it as it is. Actually, it looks like I read the site wrong. The submissions don't end on September 15th, they start on September 15th and end on September 30th. So, I guess that means I'm not submitting this today. I gotta remember to set a reminder so I don't forget about this. I have a feeling I'm gonna forget about it. Anyway, now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go get working on my second draft of Operation Arc. Finally. It's getting pretty late, or should I say early, so I'm going to try to get done with this vlog as soon as I can. So far, the editing/rewriting of Operation Arc is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. And I think a big reason for that is it's been a lot of rewriting and then editing what I rewrote. As of right now, I feel like I'm definitely falling behind my plan to be done with the second draft by November. But we'll see. I feel like as I get more into the flow of this editing rewriting process, it might move faster. Also, even if it does take a lot longer than I thought it would, the important thing is I'm working in Operation Arc, and the one thing I will say is I really like the way the second draft is coming out so far. I don't want to say the writing in my second draft is more presentable, but what I would say is it just feels more complete so far. As for this vlog series and my YouTube channel, I'm trying to make some improvements moving forward. The views in this vlog series have started to drop off from what they were in the first few weeks. And that alone really isn't a concern for me. I've noticed ever since I started this series that I've been way more productive. So even if I was getting no views every single week, I'd still make these videos. But that drop off in views is telling me I should try to make better videos. So I'm looking into new ways to improve this vlog series. And if you have any tips, I would love to hear them. Someone brought up that I should spend time every week talking about what I read that week, and I think it's a great idea. This week I did not read anything, but if I make it a habit that I talk about what I read in these vlogs every single week, maybe I'll hold myself more accountable to read a little more. The same way that I hold myself accountable to write a little more. I'm also looking into different ways I can make my thumbnails and my titles. Thumbnails are one area where I've definitely come a long way since I started this channel, but I can definitely still improve on them. As for these writing vlog titles, I might experiment with not putting the road to publishing my first book in the title. I'm still continuing the series every Sunday. I'm still putting all the videos in the road to publishing my first book playlist. I might just not put that in the title. But I'm not sure about that one, to be honest. Beyond just this series, for the channel in general, I'm trying to be more consistent. So starting this week, I'm going to try out a new posting schedule. My schedule for this vlog series is not going to change. I'm still going to aim to post a video every single Sunday. I'm also going to try to do a better job of having all these Sunday videos come out on noon Eastern time. I feel like I'm losing a lot of views in the early hours because I post way too late at night. And then on top of this vlog series, I'm planning on posting 2 non-vlog videos a week on Tuesday and on Thursday. For this week, I think I'm going to do a writing challenge on Tuesday, and then on Thursday, I'm going to do a video where I react to some Lemon fanfics. Or at least those are the 2 videos I'm thinking of making as of right now. If you have an idea, though, for a video that you really want to see me make, be sure to let me know about it in the comments. Till then, that's going to do it for this writing vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week.